I thought moving abroad would make me successful. At 18, I believed that once I left home for abroad, I would have endless opportunities to show how smart and dedicated I am. And once I was able to prove this, I would just have success come to me naturally. Well, I was completely wrong. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Derek Akuma. I'm 25 years old and I come from Ghana.
Wait, Chad, does it actually say Ghanaian when you looking me up?
I moved to China in 2019 for my bachelor's degree, and I had that belief in my head that once I have arrived, success is only a matter of time. Only 2 months after I had arrived, I felt very sick. I had health complications so serious that I needed surgery. The cost of the surgery was over 20,000 RMB, and I was very fortunate that my health insurance actually covered that. Only God knows where I would have gotten the money to cover those expenses. And right after that, when I was recovering, was when COVID hit in 2020. So yes, everything was locked down, classes moved online, there was no opportunity to go out, interact with the locals, find some job opportunities here and there. Everything was closed. And so I kept asking myself, how the hell am I going to make money to cover my expenses, pay my tuition, and, live a comfortable life? I wasn't making any money, and I had to rely on the free groceries that the university was providing and a few friends that I had made here to survive. And this was my reality for nearly 3 years. The lockdown restrictions were fully lifted in late December 2022, nearly 3 years after they were imposed. I always think to myself that what a waste that was. Soon after that, I found a teaching gig on my second try after I was fired from the first one because apparently I had no experience. And that was the first time that I had started making some real money here in China. 3 years after I had arrived, I saved nearly everything that I had earned and put it towards my tuition fees. Talking about that, my computer science degree was mostly online. And frankly, everything that I had learned, I learned it on my own using YouTube tutorials. And we are talking about like web design, logo design, and basic stuff like that. In my final year, I was just 22 years old and I thought to myself, well, what's the next step? I thought, what would life be like without COVID restrictions now that I have a stable stream of income and a new university? I knew how to do a few things here and there, but deep down me, I knew that I wasn't ready for the job market. So I thought to myself, well, in the next 3 years, I'll use that time to improve my skills. And then after my MBA, I'll be ready for the job market. And that is what I did. I applied for a 3-year MBA program with the aim that in the background, I'll be learning to improve my skills. And then I would have a master's degree. And then I can level up and apply for a job. So I moved to the new university in September 2023 to start my MBA. It was going pretty well in the beginning and the academic pressure was honestly not too much. In the middle of 2024, I moved outside the campus dormitory to rent a new apartment since I needed my privacy and honestly, I could afford it. For the most part, it felt really, really good. I had my own space. I had my own console. I had my own privacy. I could do whatever I want whenever I wanted it. I was basically living the dream of any 23-year-old guy that I knew. But then after a few months, that is when it started to hit me. That is that all there is to this? Work a normal job, come home, play a few video games and go to bed and do it all over again just because you are making an okay amount of money. And what is that okay money? Is it even enough to start my own family, to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do it, to help people that I want to help? The truth was that it wasn't. The solution I got was that I needed to add more jobs to what I was doing. That way I can supplement my income and save more. And that is exactly what I did. I added more and more jobs to supplement my income so that I can increase my savings, but it was still not enough. Not enough to do anything important that I really wanted to do. And then it started to hit me that even the IT jobs that I was preparing myself so hard for, the income will still not be enough to do what I want to do. Now, don't get me wrong, these jobs pay really, really good. Maybe better than anybody that I know personally earns, but it's still not enough to live the life that I want to live. And I'm sorry to give the impression that I'm greedy or live some sort of extravagant life. I honestly don't. But when I sit down to do the math, what it would take to take care of my own family, to let my kids live the life that they want to live, to take care of my partner, the math just wasn't mathing. The things were not adding up. Over the years, I had developed the habit of reading self-help books and business books every once in a while. And so I thought to myself, why don't I read some books on some self-made millionaires and billionaires and find out exactly how they made their wealth? So I ruled out millionaires and billionaires who are nothing like me. What I mean is people who come from a very good family, people who are famous and are actors and have some kind of talent. I ruled all of those things out because I don't have that. I'm not from a wealthy family. I don't have any special talent and I'm not famous or even trying to be famous. So how do I make wealth in this situation? So these were the kind of self-made millionaires and billionaires that I decided to study. And my goodness, what I found out really scared me. I was on a completely wrong path. If I needed any kind of wealth, what I was doing was actually the opposite of what I needed to do. And once my eye was open to the things that I needed to do, I could see it everywhere. I thought to myself, how the hell did I end up on this path? But no crying over spilled milk. So I decided this is the path that I'm going to walk on now. Now I knew exactly what I needed to do. And spoiler alert, it involved quitting my jobs, selling my PS5, and moving out of that apartment into the dormitory with a roommate. It was time to start over. I've heard that sometimes the fastest way forward is to go back. Now I'm going to be vulnerable and let you in on one truth. I have one advice, and the advice is that don't listen to anyone that you don't want to be like. And for me, that is broke people. I don't listen to broke people's advice because I don't want to be like them. If they had any money advice, then they should probably give it to themselves. So why am I here, still broke, and trying to give advice? Well, that's the thing. I'm not trying to give anyone advice. This is me sharing my journey on what I'm learning, what I'm applying, what works and what doesn't work. I don't want anything that I'm sharing to be construed as some sort of gospel truth that applies to everyone at every time. I wanted to achieve the financial freedom first, then share what I learned along the way. But then I thought again deeply to myself and realized that, well, this journey is going to take me at least 3 to 5 years. And there could be people who could have joined me on this journey and could be exactly where I'll be at in 5 years, or probably even surpassed me. And so that's what this channel is going to be about. I'm going to be sharing exactly what I've learned on this financial independence journey, what I'm applying, what works and what doesn't work. I'll also be sharing the skills that I've learned along the way for free in the form of tutorials. So you should be expecting websites, design tutorials, and everything of that sort for free. Occasionally, I'll be sharing my thoughts on other meaningful life stuff, and I really hope that every video of mine that you watch, you would learn something. Now, I heard a definition for learning, and what is learning? They said learning is changing your behavior after acquiring some sort of information. Now, the behavior could be something practical or a mindset on something. So if you watch my videos, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. After watching this video, what exactly can I do differently from what I'm doing today? The second is, what do I think about this thing? Can I change my mind perspective on this thing? Now, if any video that you watch does not answer any of these 2 questions, then I'm gonna plead with you to unsubscribe and go and learn from someone else. And so if you're up for this financial independence journey, don't be a spectator. Apply these things to your life and share with other people what you have learned along the way. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what I learned about wealth that led me to move out of my comfortable 3-bedroom apartment into a tiny 1-bedroom apartment with a roommate, give up all my jobs, sell my PS5, and start over again. Kindly hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who you think should join you on this financial journey. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.